Hey YouTube, what's going on? We're back with the finale for Core 1 of The Witch from Mercury. Core 2 should be coming this spring if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to skip winter season, go straight to spring season and pick up the core. That's usually how split cores work. I'm kind of guesstimating. I don't know if it's been confirmed or not. But yeah, man, I can't believe we're at this point. I kind of wish there wasn't a break, if I'm being honest, but nonetheless, we're here. Now, I haven't been spoiled, but I know a few people are kind of freaking out about this episode. So I'm not one to have my expectations ruined by people hyping something up. Like, that doesn't happen for me. Like, the world could be hyped up about something. If I think it's corny, it's corny. If people are hyped up about something and I watch it and it's actually hype, you didn't help me get there. I got there on my own. So like, people are freaking out about this episode. So I'm excited to see if it's actually that good. I am. So here we go. Let me mute this music and we're gonna get started. Wow. All right. Gundam, The Witch from Mercury. Episode 12. We are going to get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No subtitles? I thought I turned those on. Damn it! Okay, we're good. I forgot her name already. She's gonna announce herself though. I do remember that. Sophie, that's right. Music. You're gonna shoot it so she... Really now? She's crazy. I know people are like, is she gonna get in? Did you hear how she said? You hear how she said that? She said, are you really gonna do this without Suletta being here? And she said, the girl will be here. That's a crazy way to talk about your daughter, quote unquote. It's like, the girl will be here. And then it's like she turned back to the Ariel and like the flutters and the love and the affection. She's talking to the Ariel. Oh my gosh. Ay, ay, ay. I feel like something crazy is going to happen this episode. I do. I do feel like something crazy is going to happen. I wonder what it could be. I'm just going to let it go. Instead of trying to sit here and figure out what it could possibly be, I'm just going to let it go. I'm not going to think about it. Just let it come to me. This might be the last time. This is the last time we'll be with this opening. Oh, man. I hope the next one's good. Here we go. Here we go. War! Damn. That has to be like the most sickening feeling. To be like sitting somewhere and you watch like a rocket get shot at you and you just is like, I guess this is it, huh? And then that's it. Whoa, that looks cool. That looks cool. What are those are the Delonses? I'm terrible at pronunciation. Music is good too. So four. She she don't be listening to nothing. You know, it's something that's interesting that I didn't think about. Outside of Elon, we know of one, two, three, four. I'm counting the prologue, so I'm counting the Lithidith. Oh snap! I'm counting the Lithidith, the one that her dad was piloting, the Ariel, the Fadak, the two that from Earth. Almost all of the pilots are female. Music. Ooh. Damn. That's cold. That's cold. Oh, taking it to her. That's the shut her down. Hey, dog, she's ruthless. She is ruthless. She cleaned up all of them, all four of them. Damn. Wow. Wasn't I asking for this a couple episodes ago? I was asking for this a couple episodes ago. Like, when are we going to get crazy space battles and everything going crazy? Oh my gosh. The music in this series is so good. The violins. What more can I ask for? Suletta, what are we gonna do? Oh no. Oh. Oh! Oh! I didn't think. Oh! Things are tense. I'm not really saying nothing. Things are tense. I don't know why I can't be surprised. The prologue was this ignorant anyways. She's having a freaking panic attack. You got I can't even say you guys gotta go. What are you guys gonna It's neat. Oh. Nika. I would be looking at her like, what did you just do? Yeah. 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 I would be like, what did you just do? How did you manage that? You have something you would like to share. Like, what did you just do? Oh, snap. He's going out? Is he going to go out? He landed. Come on, Guel. He's going. Guel! Lighten him up. He's stealing it. He's stealing it. Oh, boy. It's his dad. Is he just. Oh, my goodness. Man's bodied his dad. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. That's great sound design by just taking everything. That's great sound. That's great. That's great. That's great. Woo! That's oh whoa. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Shattuck may get to live another day. Damn it. Damn it. Suletta. Someone pop up. Woo! She was donezo, bro. Yeah, they were gonna kill you. The hell of a way to spin this. It's real. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm watching her innocence just get taken right from her. Wow, that imagery. I wonder if Suletta's about to body bag some of them. I wonder. The bits, the bits. Oh shit. Oh. All right, I'm giving myself volume. Nah, the aerial looks sick right now. Beam Saber! Dude, look at this. Excuse me? I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps. It didn't even hit. And it did that. That was a cool panel, bro. That shot. Ooh. The arrow seems busted. And we're actually seeing it communicate with her. Uh-uh. Okay. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. We got something after the credits. Uh-uh. We never the now I want to go back and look. It always seemed like she was talking to the aerial, but the aerial, we never got a visual that it was talking back. Now we actually have a visual of the aerial talking back. Ariel looks sick. It looks sick. Not gonna lie, it looks sick. It looks sick. Yeah, no way. Jatuk is gone. He's dead. That's a shakeup. That's a huge shakeup. The fact that there are now Earthian Gundams. I'm definitely gonna need y'all to talk to me because there's probably stuff I'm missing and all that good stuff. Oh my gosh! Nah, there. No, no. I, Murderer? 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 You were dead if she didn't show up. Hold on. Y'all hitting me with more stuff again. That's like episode 6 all over again. Hold on. Time out. Hold on. What are y'all doing to me? Hold on. If you two people, you don't know. This is recorded live in Discord. There are people here with me. I'm not by myself. Okay. That's not Suletta. That's the Winter Soldier. And I did say I wanted her to catch a body, and she body bagged. That's not a body bag. That's a garbage bag. I'm sorry. That was disrespectful. That was disrespectful. That's not a body bag. It's a garbage bag. You gotta clean that up. She pureed him. Stop. Okay, so I'm in Discord. So my two theories are from Interface. 1, her mom brainwashed her, and 2, she's possessed by Eerie, or both. I'm thinking more so what London just said. I think it's a brainwashing. The more that I'm thinking about it, hold on. Let's go back to that scene. See, now this is prime. You need to go back and investigate every single time that phrase has been said, who said it, and the actions that follow it. Now it's like we need to go back through every episode. And we need to see anytime it's been said, who said it, what's happened after it's been said. Because that's crazy. She said that to her, and she went from it. I don't even know like how to explain it. She was like on the verge of having a panic attack, and Prospera said this to her. She started to freak out. Because she's still freaking out. I don't even know how to explain this. Is it that? Is this girl just that gullible? No, gullible's not the correct word. Is she that impressionable that the right person can say the right thing to her and she can completely dissociate and just be like, okay, that's normal? Like that's like, is that what that is? Or is that because even like I'm thinking along the lines of the saying that they have is like the activation, but even after she said that, she's still like no, and it wasn't until she got additional wording from Prospera that she was just like, okay, I get it, yeah, I can. Bro. Yeah, the fact that those people died rocked her world, and her mom said, no, it's okay. So now I can just, it doesn't matter anymore. Like, okay, I'm over it. It's crazy. Like the leap of almost freaking out because people died and slamming someone with a Gundam. This little girl's character just went from her being this innocent little girl that I wanted to protect. It's a lot. It's a lot with her. It's a lot with her. I'm like at a loss for words. She slammed that guy and had no qualms about it. You know what it feels like? Damn it, stop it. I was gonna say it first. I was gonna say it first. It feels like the prologue. It feels like the prologue when little Aerie is just sitting in her mother's lap, touching stuff and deleting people from existence. It feels the same way. It's just like, okay. She slapped him like he was like a child on the playground stepping on an ant. That's what it really felt like. No, you don't. Boom. That's what it felt like. Like, that's what that felt like. It felt the same way. 1000%. I'd be like if Suletta was really like a bugged out individual, I don't know if getting called murderer is the right thing. I don't know if it's the right thing to say to that person. It's like, I don't know if that's the right thing to say to that person. Let's my dad almost dead. Let's go. Let's get up out of here. And then I'll be in my head like, this chick is crazy. This chick is crazy. I don't know. Oh man. Yeah, this series has kicked it up a notch, right? We can't go back to normal. Suletta is squishing people like they're insects. That one Earth House boy caught Nika giving a signal to the Earth people. Like, the things are like, Shattuck is still in play. Guel is going through the trauma of killing his own dad. Like what? Like, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. It is gonna be nuts. This little girl's nuts, bro. She is crazy. Why do all the most unhinged people, like, why do all the most unhinged people, excuse me, get granted the power, all the power? It's like, this little girl is nuts. And she has probably the strongest Gundam. I think so. She is nuts. Granted, she became nuts from what happened to her. She's nuts. Little girl's bugged out. It's not the politically correct way to say it, right? It'd be more acceptable if I said she has mental illness and she's been abused and all this stuff, but just layman's terms, she's bugged out and it feels like she has all the power in the world. Right? She has all the power in the world, it feels like. I was gonna make the comparison to Mikazuki, where it's like these childlike beings have all this power. Mikazuki is a definition of, like, I don't call him a man-child because he's still a boy. Like, Mikazuki's a boy. How old was Mika? Mika was like, how old was Mika? I don't know how old they were. Like, Mika, like, he was a child. Like, But Nika, he was like, I say it's a little different. Mikazuki went through all those surgeries and the trauma of being a child soldier, and he was knowingly was doing what he wanted to do, right? He, like, when he took a life, he knew he was taking the life. He knew why he was taking the life. He chose to do it. Even if he didn't understand the whole situation of what was going on with Tekkadan and Orga was telling him what to do, he still understood death. It feels like with Suletta, it's like she's detached so that she doesn't have to deal with this. Because dealing with death almost sent her out of her mind. And it wasn't until her mom said something to her and she kind of just took a step back from reality and she's just operating so that she doesn't go through that. Because clearly that's a thing, right? Clearly it's a thing. So it's like to give an individual like that all the power, like she has damn near all the power in the world, and an individual that just detaches from reality, it feels like, has that ability. Oh my gosh, bugged out. It's crazy. That's crazy. It's nuts. But it's like, but it's the thing, she's still, it's the crazy thing is that she's still Suletta? Question mark? She's still Suletta? She's still Suletta? Like, she's still aware of what's happening? She's kind of... This is a weird... Okay, so... She is... The only way that I can make this make sense in my brain, I always try to compare something to something else. She feels like Dokcha from Omniscient Reader. Where it's like... If I stay in the present with everything that's happening, I will go crazy. So I'm kind of gonna like detach and treat everything like this isn't the case for her, but this is the case for the other character. It's like I'm gonna treat everything like it's fiction, so that I don't have to deal with the fact that people are dying. Like I don't have to deal with everything that's currently going on. It's the only way I can cope with what's going on. It gives me the same thing, and it's like the closer the individual gets brought back to like, no, this is real, right? No, this is real. It's too much for them, so they have to put that barrier in between what's real and what they need in order to keep going. Right now, I don't know how much of that Suletta has, right? I don't know how much of that Suletta has with that barrier of reality and where she currently is operating. But I wonder how, like, are we gonna try to shorten that? Are we gonna keep it the way it is? Are we gonna remove it eventually? I didn't see this. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming whatsoever. Where does this lead this character? Like, where does this character go from here? I don't like, where does this go? Where does this character go from here? Because you take an individual like Suletta, like nothing is off limits. Yeah, putting that into perspective, that conversation from last week literally just happened for them. Tuh. Now there's no way that this series isn't 2 seasons, right? Like, this has got 50 episodes or something, right? 40 something. Like, that, this series has got that many, right? We know second core is coming. But there's no way we don't get a full second season, right? Like, Core 2 is starting. Core 2 is still season 1, right? It's like, the series has been ordered for 25 episodes. It's one season of 25 episodes split into 2 cores. So it's a split core. There's no way we don't get episodes 26 to like 50, right? It's weird. They always do that. They did it for 86. They do it for a lot of things. But it's still technically the first season. It's the second core. Anything that's split core, like, it wasn't like, because how it's worded, you get a first season and a second season. It's like the studio, like, whoever is in control, the committee, ordered 12 episodes to be created at this point in time. And that is this section. It is season 1. 25 episodes was ordered at the same time. They split the production in half so that they have a breathe room to work on the second part. Or it's that partly the reason why, and then the time slot as well. So this is all the first season. It's just split into 2 cores. Whoa. Because I'm like, when do you deal with, like, I'm trying to think of, like, the stages of this. Like, it's been revealed to us that Suletta is this way right now. People had thoughts and ideas, but it's been brought to our attention very brutally right here. How long do you keep Suletta this way? Do you have her break at the end of this first season? Do you let her carry on to the second season? Dude, I am blown away by this. Like, legit. I'm blown away. I'm blown away by this. That's crazy. That's nuts. Like, all this, I'm talking so much about Suletta. Guel killed his dad. He did one, like, things started happening and he hopped in the mobile suit. And then he started to get attacked and he didn't know why he was getting attacked. He was just like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. But if I don't, he's like, I'm out here. I don't want to die. I'm not about to let you kill me. Right? I'm not going to let you kill me. So I've been trained to do this. I'm going to do this. Only for him to use his fight or flight to fight and then realize that he killed his dad. Yeah, if his dad would have just had the mic open, never happened. He would have been like, well, they would have stopped. Dude, there's so many plot threads leading into this second core that are going to be crazy. Shattuck is home free. The only thing that I think what's going to be his downfall is Nika. Nika is the only threat to him. Nika's the only threat to him. If Sophie blows up Earth House ship, Shattuck is home free. No, he's not getting caught. Nika is the threat that's gonna get him jammed up. It's gonna be the threat that gets him jammed up. It is. Freaking soup. This is nuts. That's crazy. But what they definitely did they definitely didn't show us what her reaction, what Suletta's reaction to Miorine was, right? We could be saying all this, and like, what if Suletta, I don't want to say something like snaps out of it, but what if in this moment Suletta like has like this flicker moment and then looks and sees what she did and freaking loses it? What if that happens right there? It'd be interesting. Or what if this is like, what if Suletta answers her like, what do you mean? He obviously was gonna kill you. And then she recites the thing back, the gain 1, lose 2, or the lose 2, gain 1, whatever it is. Like, I can't let that happen. Clearly that's what was gonna happen. Right? Like, what if she just answers her back stone cold? Just ice cold. And Miorine is like, dude, what? Like, what? Like, you could have two different things happen from this right here. Suletta could just be woof, 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 or it could be like the come back to reality and she freaking loses it. I for Miorine who's already skeptical of practically adults. All of these adults that are a part of this Bennett group and have like an ulterior motive, Miorine's sketchy on all of them. So, and she never was quite peachy with Prosper anyways. So I think she just by that, Miorine would be able to put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, it's like all this is happening. Like we're having this moment, and Delling is about to like bleed out. I don't think Delling's gonna die though. Not right now. Not right. I don't think he's gonna die. I don't think like we're gonna have this moment, and then all of a sudden Delling just dies. I think he might go to the hospital. He might die in the hospital. He's dead, right? Nah, he'll get upgraded with gun equipment. You know what? London might be spitting. London, you might be spitting. You might be spitting. The thing that saves his life is the thing that he tried to like take down and destroy and all that. You might be spitting. You might be. That would be one hell of a like, well, I'll be damned. You of all people, like your daughter gets makes a Gundam company, and you get all these upgrades after everything you tried to do to Oxearth and all this stuff and all these Gundams. That'd be a hell of a thing. Why we gotta wait? That's what sucks. Why do we have to wait? That's what sucks. We gotta wait months to even get anything. Doc, she slammed this man. She slammed this man like he was like a child on the playground. All right. Legit question. You guys are in this situation. You are the Gundam pilot. The person you care about is down there. There's a person in front of them. Approximately, how close is homeboy? How close is homeboy? Like I'm removing all stipulations of this show. Forget how everyone feels about this situation. You're in the cockpit. He's how close is he? He's like within 10 feet. Within 10 feet. What are you doing? Like what are you doing? I'm doing the same thing. 1000%. He's dead. Instantly. I'm bow. Just like that. He's catching the same treatment. Blocking the bullets I feel like would be risky. It'd be really risky. Because you'd have to like slide in, like that'd be risky. He's donezo. We gonna have to clean up. I'm just not. Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna hop out like Suletta did. Like, oh, slide down into the blood. If we could see the whole scene, I'm pretty sure she did like a somersault tumble out of the aerial into the blood. Like, oh man, damn. Like I'm not just gonna do that. All right, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But I wonder what the response would be. He's close, bro. Like, you see how close he is? Like, that's mad close. Like, that's danger close. She slammed him. That's really close. I wonder, this is an interesting question. I think I might end on this. What do you think Miorine's response would have been if Suletta didn't jump out the aerial the way she did? I think that's an interesting question. What would her response have been if Suletta would have jumped out like, "Are you okay?" That requires like knowing the character, the situation that you're in, and what the response would have been. That's what I wonder. Tomatoes covered in tomato sauce. That's crazy. Should have been scared and sad, but not questioning her sanity, right? She still would have been in shock 100%. She wouldn't call Suletta a murderer like that. No. Miorine probably would have yelled, but could ultimately understand. Seeing Suletta laughed and confused scared her. Yeah. She was already in shock by the time she saw the arm. Yeah, there's no change in that. Yeah. When the arm slapped behind her and the blood splattered on her face, like, her mental was already done. Like, she was already finished. Like what just happened in front of me? There was an alive person standing in front of me 2 seconds ago, and he's not here anymore. That's weird. Like, that's not weird. That's trauma that only a few people that get to live on this planet experience. Like, 1 second this individual was here, and the next second they're not here anymore. That's like trying to process that they just died like that and they're gone. Like, that's trauma on another level, right? That's trauma. Like, how do you process that? Like, that's some crap. Like, that's crazy. My response is that even if Suletta didn't jump out of the aerial the way she did, their relationship will never be the same. I do feel like even if Suletta would have jumped out caring, their relationship wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be. Not 100% now, it's not going to be. But I think either way, it would have never been the same. It would have, like, granted, it wasn't going to be the same. They've experienced like real death. Like, the actions they're doing carry weight. But I think like it's not the fact of like the aerial goes out in the combat and I'm back here, and the aerial goes into combat and Suletta pilots the aerial and there's a fight and she kills people and then she comes back. I think that's a little bit easier to digest than watching the person you care about kill someone right in front of you, regardless on what the reaction from Suletta was. I think, especially just everything that's been happening, I think it would have been like a, whoa. Like, things were already real. This just made things extremely real. Like, extremely real. Extremely real. I wonder, how can you care for someone that's like this? Right? I don't know. Like, how, like, in a situation like this, with the circumstances that are presenting itself and the positions that they all are in, because Miorine is like in this weird position of power, even though she's still in school. How do you handle all of that, juggle all of that, and with the prospect of Suletta, like, she's not normal. She's not. Like, she is not normal. How do I deal with this? Like, I think of like Mikazuki and Orga from IBO. Whenever like Orga would get to see Mikazuki work, and Mika is just like feral and savage. It's like they both come from the same life, right? They both experience similar things. Granted, Orga didn't experience the surgery, but they both grew up in similar things. They experienced similar things. So seeing Mikazuki do those things isn't completely shocking to Orga that he would go that far, right? Like Mika's like what was her name? Carta and her homeboys, when they ambushed them, got out of their Gundam and stood up there, and Mikazuki slapped the dude and he turned into a blood puddle in the snow. Like, it's like, damn, Mika, you could like, that thing's not far-fetched after everything they've been. But these are like legit kids that didn't have tough lives. Well, outside of Suletta. Suletta went through a little bit dealing with Mercury and all that. But it's like, these kids, like, this is their first true exposure to real warfare. Like, I don't think any of them know how to deal with this. None of them do. If I'm not mistaken, every single kid that didn't have any experience, save for Suletta, they all freaked out during this episode. Yes? They all freaked. They all had a moment of like, oh, like what? Like, what's happening? They all freaked out across the board. The Earth House kids, they all freaked out. Guel freaked out and panicked and started fighting back. Miorine is freaking out with what's going on. Suletta is just not there. But if Suletta and Aries the same person, she's been killing people since she was 4. But I'm kidding. But it's like all the kids freaked out. All the ones that had no idea what was happening, they all freaked. So taking those kids and sticking them back in school? 1, how do you even do that? They gotta go to therapy. 2, like, how do they just, I don't know. I don't think the Gundam angle would work, because anyone in the mobile suit could have slapped that dude in this. Yeah, it's like, yeah. Like, you can't blame this on Gundams and stuff, right? Like, oh, it was because of Gundam. Like, no, I could have had like a little mobile suit and slapped that guy. That's crazy. When we had an after credit scene, I did not think Suletta was gonna slap someone into puree. Yeah, she literally did she somersaulted out of there into the blood. That's crazy. That's nuts. What's even weirder is that Suletta doesn't seem to understand that Miorine is scared. She's not here. Suletta's somewhere. She's somewhere. She's not here. She's somewhere. She's like viewing the world through like a kaleidoscope lens. She's not here. Like, she is not here. Yeah, this is the Winter Soldier right now. That's not Suletta. Like the little adorable stuttery girl. Like, that's not her. I want to go back through the whole series and see, you know, I feel like a bunch of us have mentioned it. I know I've said it a few times, but every time, I know I made it a point to be like, Suletta is very stuttery and she's very scary and jumpy and all that stuff outside of everything. But when she gets into the aerial and when she's just with the aerial, she's like, I don't want to say normal. She speaks with confidence. She's not stuttering. She's not timid. Like none of that. Like it's just, she's just able to be her. It's like this. And even when she's like in the fights, she's not stuttering or doing any of those things. When she's in the aerial, it's never that. It's always just like she's comfortable. I feel like this is like that, but now it's like extended. Like it's a little bit more. She's been talking to the bits the whole. She has been, but this is the first time that we've seen the aerial talk back. That's what's interesting. What did Prospera do to the aerial? We've never seen the aerial talk back. We know that the aerial has a point of view from the novel. From like the chapter. Yeah, like the bits are telling her information that she doesn't know. Like how is the bits getting the information? Like where were the gun bits at? Like it's telling her like, oh, Earth House is fine. How would the bits know that? Unless they flew around and they seen it. This is stuff I want to know. It's crazy. This is absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. The aerial looks sick, by the way. I definitely want this video to be under an hour. It's not possible. It is not possible. This was crazy. I need to see when they come back, they need to pick up right from here. They need to pick up right from here. Please. Like, please, from this moment, and then cut us to like a month later or 2 months later, something like that. I want to see the immediate response that Suletta has from Miorine. Is the Winter Soldier gonna keep talking back to her, or is she gonna have that relapse and Suletta's gonna come back? I wonder. I that's what I want to know. Ariel's redesign makes it look more war focused. It does. Like the boosters that Nika had to barter and do things to get. The Ariel has that now. The Ariel looks like it's ready for full scale assaults. It looks like a one Gundam army. And why would the Ariel need to be upgraded for that if Suletta is just going to be in school? If Suletta is just going to be in school, why does the Ariel need to be outfitted like it's about to literally just go on bombing missions and cutting through everything? Why? There's literally no reason. Things are about to get real ignorant. It's going to get real ignorant. Speaking on Guel, is he gonna tell them that he killed his dad? There's no way he says that, right? He's just gotta eat that. Does he go back and hold that weight? Is anyone gonna be able to identify that suit is the one that, like, what are we doing? If I'm being honest, what I want this to devolve into, I want this to... Ooh! Nope, that fight never happened, and Guel's probably going to Earth to hide out. You know what? You're not wrong. You know what I would like this to turn into? I would like this to turn into Fire Emblem 3 Houses. You guys played 3 Houses? You know, halfway through that game, you know what happens. This is exactly what I want this to go into. Screw school. I'm not a big school fan in series anyways, right? I'm not a big school person. The school in this has been fine. right? I've enjoyed the school a lot more than other series that have school in it. Have like go like have I want by the second season I want this just to devolve into all the Benerant group houses fighting each other. That's what I want. I want them all. I want all of them to just devolve and they all start fighting each other. That's what I would like. Yeah, it literally is. Guel is Dimitri. Shattuck is at. Yeah, it literally is. It literally is. It literally is. If it's setting itself up to be a perfect, these different powerful families of the Benerant group will end up fighting each other, betrayals, alliances, all of these things. And you have the Ariel, which is the main character, in the middle of everything. Trying to play your cards right, siding with one house or another house. That's what I feel. That is what I feel. My group will go church path. Yeah. 3 houses is great, by the way. That's what I would like this to devolve into. That's what I want that second season to fully be about. Just fighting. And not just like fighting so we can get cool like mech battles, but like showing like why we really don't want war and what war can do. This is crazy. I can't like get over the fact that she slapped that dude. What happened to Miorine's mom? They brought it up a few times this episode. I feel like that might be the reason why she responds the way she does. Like we know, I think her mom died, right? But like Delling was talking about how like if something happened to one of us, then the other would do such and such. Like what happened? That might be a reason why she's reacting the way she's reacting. Yeah, I'm thinking there like this response. I'm thinking this response from her might be like because of something that happened previously. That's why this response is so strong. Yeah, I would think so. Like I would think so. I would, because like putting it into perspective with the like they just had that really emotional conversation last episode, which in like all reality was like 10 minutes ago, like in anime time, like in like series time. To go from like that to murderer because of what she did and how she acted seems like a huge leap, even though what Suletta did was actually insane. But I feel like you only elicit that response if there's like already previous trauma for Miorine there. So it's like the previous trauma and that experience and this experience kind of triggering it again elicits that that punch of, yo, how like what are you how can you act like this, murderer? Like how can you act like that? I don't know. Is Suletta a murderer? I wouldn't say she's a murderer. I think she's just bugged the hell out, right? Insensitive, detached. Oh, I wouldn't say a murderer. She's a killer, yes. She's a killer, but by definition, I don't think she's a murderer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's not a murderer. That's why I feel like the wording choices, I feel like this is like previous trauma for Miorine being brought back up. Like, how could you do like how could you do something like this? Because something like this happened to her before, and she could see like Suletta in the same way as the person that did whatever happened to her before. Because I feel like this wasn't like Suletta was like, she got there, she didn't premeditate this. She got here, damn, boom. That it was just that. And like we're in the middle of like everything's hitting the fan. Like it's just the reaction that really threw her off. But I think the choice of words is probably from previous trauma. And I think that's what they were trying to, they never fully gave it to us, but they were dropping it like, nah, I don't like, she's like, I don't want to hear it. Da da da. Like you suck, blah, blah, blah. Something about mom, blah, blah, blah. There's something there. There's a reason why Miorine is acting the way that she's acting. Because they're like, crazier things have happened. But do you go from essentially confessing your love to Suletta to 10 minutes later calling her a murderer because she saved your life? Granted, how she saved her life was pretty insane. Yeah, it's not, and it's not a translation things either. She literally called her a murderer. I feel like Suletta saving your life the way she saved your life is nuts. Not taking that away. What she did was crazy, and how she acted after that was even crazier. She's not a murderer. So it's like, yes, she's in direct shock, all of that. But I think all of that is because of previous trauma. So it's like, it's the initial shock of someone turning into mist in front of you, his arm almost slapping you, his blood getting on your face. The person that you care for hops out like, yeah, bloody hand. And then the trauma slaps all of that. And it's like, murderer. Like, what the heck? Like, da-da. And it's going to take a minute for Miorine to, like, come back and be like, what actually happened? And your dad's dying. Like, there's a lot compounding on her. So it's just, I don't want to be in her situation. Don't want to be her. I don't want to be in her situation, but I'll be damned. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. I did not want this video to be long. This is about an hour and 15, hour and a half, close to it. All right. I might call it here. Wow. I don't, what am I using for the thumbnail? Like, I don't want to use Suletta's bloody hand for the thumbnail because, no, you know what? I am going to use her bloody hand for the thumbnail because I'm pretty sure there's someone out there that did not get to see this. There's someone out there that did not see the after credit scene. And can you imagine not seeing the after credit scene because you got the ending, you just ended the episode? Someone did that. A few people did that. And probably hit the internet, hit YouTube to see reactions, and they're like, what was that? That's crazy. Hold on. You know what's even crazier? Oh my gosh. Did anyone pick up on this? She slapped him with the right hand. Like, they did that, so it's like the Ariel slapped the guy with the right hand. And she gets out and she extends her bloodied right hand to Miorine. So it's like, yeah, the Ariel slapped him, but like, no, like she did that. Wow, why didn't I catch on that sooner? She did that. Like, the blood is on her hands. They really trying to make you feel that. It was like, that blood is on her hand. She slapped him. Wow. I see all this. This was nuts and everything. If I could 100% confirm that Suletta will always be on my side, I want that. I want someone that crazy on my side. Just saying. I'm just saying. I am just saying. If I can confirm that I could keep her on my side, I want someone that crazy on my side. Kidding me? An individual like that would do anything for me. Right? An individual like that will do anything for me. See, that's a troublesome situation. If you literally can find someone that would eliminate another person's life, that will kill for you, that person might be a little bugged out. Might be. We all have, I would like to say we all have someone in our lives that would kill for you. Like, not the hypothetical, like your parents, I'll die for you. Like, you've met a friend, you know someone that if you got into a really sticky situation and push came to shove, they would do it. I know a few people. I don't really talk to them like that no more. But in my life, I've met a few people that would. They would. It's crazy. It's a crazy thing to think about. It's a crazy thing to think about. I wouldn't. Unless I had to. Unless I had to. Like if the situation called for it. Like if my life was in the balance. Alright. I'm reading. I don't ever look down here. I'm reading comments. It's a Gundam show after all. That's funny. That's funny. Poor Bob. I don't ever read these. Squish. Dude, Nika I wonder what kind of deal she's gonna try to strike with that kid. Is that kid just gonna rat her out? She slapped that man and turned him to nothing. Yeah, Nika should be really angry. Dude, what if it is Eri? That would be crazy if that is Eri. And not Suletta. Like, what if it is Eri? Eri, do. Hey! Because like, you see, this is the thing. That theory is so good. Right? That theory, the theory of the Ariel being Eri is such a good theory that even in a situation like this, you could cope your way into still believing it's true. Right? There's, on one hand, you could think that there's some brainwashing or manipulation about Suletta from Prospera, from Elnora being placed upon her. But that the theory that the Ariel is Eri is so good that what if this is Eri? Like Suletta got in the Ariel and there was some weird resonance and Eri is inhabiting this little girl's body. And this is Eri, the little girl that we met in the prologue. And for the people to be like, well, Eri wouldn't be familiar with Miorine. Yes, she would be. Yes, she would, because even though I don't think we've seen those moments, I'm pretty sure Suletta talks to the Ariel a lot about everything. The Ariel would be familiar with Miorine, would have a familiarity with her. So it's like you could cope your way into still keeping the theory alive. That theory's too good. It's too good. Even if it doesn't end up being true, it's just too good of a theory. It's too good of a theory. Dude, Nika is in a tough situation because like she's in direct cahoots with a terrorist group that's responsible for like you could the terrorist group would essentially, you would blame that on the death of Jatuk. Nika would partially be responsible for the death of one of the high-ranking people in the Benerate group. She's in for it. She is in for it. And maybe that the higher the permit score goes, the more Eri and Suletta souls combine. And the thing is, Suletta don't ever be saying no permit score, so we don't even know. Right? We don't even know like what permit level they're at. I want to say, didn't they say the permit score was 5 the last time? Didn't Prospera say that like in a report? Like the permit level was like it was 6. Like we don't know what level like they're operating on. Like what if we get back to like the school and they run a report and it was like the permit level is 12? Like what do you mean 12? 6 was already ridiculous enough. People don't even survive 4. We saw Sophie activate 4 and she's like, my heart is about to explode seemingly, but I'm alive. So it's like, it's crazy. I want to know what Shattuck has over her that would allow her to keep her allegiance to him right now. Right. Oh boy. Also, Sophie and Nora, like Ellen's, are genetically enhanced, or does the lack of gun bits lower the stress level? You know what? Maybe the gun bits could be lowering, or maybe the gun bits are taking the burden. It's like the same thing we were when it got brought up earlier with the Airy theory, where it's like Airy got absorbed or put into the Lifidith, and Airy is inside of the Aerial is taking the stress of the permits so that the pilot doesn't have to. So maybe that is the case. Like we saw, like whenever she activated that technique and we saw this little space children running around, like are all the gun bits individual children? Like are they actual children that have been sacrificed or put into the gun bits and their I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, could that be the case? It could, like, that could be a possibility. We don't know. It literally could be the possibility that they've stuck children into these machines to handle the permit levels. It's sickening, right? It's really sickening. It's really sickening to think about. It's the reason there are no kids on Mercury, and it's the reason why we needed a child. We needed a child to pilot this thing. It's sickening to think about it. If you go back to episode 4, the fortune teller girl was giving Suletta a reading. The rock for siblings landed on 12. Yeah. And there's 12 gun bits. The Aerial plus 11 gun bits. So it's like, and she calls them all her siblings. We know that the Aerial thinks of Suletta as her sister. And they both think of Prospera, Elnora, as their mother. So it's like everything points to the Aerial being alive and possibly being Airy. If Suletta isn't Airy from the, I feel like what makes I lean more towards the theory is Prospera. It's how she acts, how Elnora acts. They said 21 years. It's been 21 years since the prologue. We know, like, it felt like she loved her husband. We know she loved her daughter. But we also know that time is cruel. And that that love could have transformed from her daughter to something else. But it feels like she loves the Aerial so much. The way she looks at the Aerial reminds me of how she feels about, like, how she felt about Airy in the prologue. Like, it just matches up. It matches up. It means that Prospera is either a serial kidnapper, probably, or she was able to convince multiple people on Mercury to go in and plan with her, right? And we can never get the conversation between her and the person from that is working on the Fadak, that other lady. Their conversation always gets cut off. Always does, because she left. That lady left. Prospera seems like a bitter woman striving for revenge. Yeah, which is reflective in the motto. Jade's running away like she was forced to do 21 years ago. Instead, wants to move forward and gain her revenge. Makes sense. It makes sense. That theory's too good. The theory is too good. It's just the fact that that theory looms in your brain as you watch the series. It makes everything darker. But if that theory ends up being true and you find out that the Ariel was a kid / is a kid and those gun bits used to be children, oh my goodness. Like, oh my goodness. We already know that they're sacrificing kids for Elon and just discarding of them and just getting another kid, modifying them, making them look like Elon and sticking them in. Like, it's crazy. Belmare is the only good adult I don't see her living past the second core. No. It's actually crazy. This is nuts. This episode was crazy. Everything that happened in this episode, it was crazy. This felt like this was everything that happened in this episode. You could have stretched out in over the course of 3 episodes, just the impact of what happened. Guel killing his dad could have been the climax of 1 episode. Suletta slapping that guy and Miorine's response could have been the climax of an episode. The fight between Sophie, Suletta, and the other girl could have been the climax of another episode. They stuck that all in 1 episode and it felt good. My goodness. I don't got anything else. We can sit here and just continually just talk about everything forever. But that's one hell of a way to just leave you hanging for 3 months. It's one hell of a way to leave you hanging for 3 months. So I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna try to do some editing throughout this. I don't want it to be this long. Try to do some editing. So I'm calling it here. I'll see you guys back on Sunday in April. So I will see you guys then. Have a good winter if I don't see any of you. My goodness gracious. Second core is going to be nuts. So thank you. I appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Peace out.